Hi everyone. I hope this finds you all healthy and happy. And this is my last section, or maybe the second part. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. For my little $15 Dollar Tree or Dollar Store junk journal, and I actually got it accomplished. I actually made one, and I'm so tickled and had such a good time making it. I did stick pretty closely with just nothing but the Dollar Tree items to make this with, and I'm pretty tickled with how it turned out. And so I will start with the outside here and kind of go through what I did, and hope that I don't get too long-winded and this isn't too long for you. Okay, I started with a book base that I got at the Dollar Tree, and it was this little book called The Box Trolls. And I never did use any of the little images in here, which I may end up putting some of those in because it's got some pretty cool little images on the cover or the jacket of the book, but I didn't end up using any so far. But it's for all intents and purposes done, so I'm going to leave it well enough alone. But anyway, I gutted the book then, and I think I said before that when I gutted it and was putting my signatures in, I got them all sewn in the way I wanted and everything else, and realized that I had put them in upside down. So the little images that were on the book, you can see just a little bit of it here along the spine. The little images were all upside down. So then I decided I would go ahead and cover it with some these things, file folders that I had gotten at the Dollar Tree. So I did cover the back. This is the back and the front as well with the file folders, and I haven't done anything to the back of it yet, and I may still do something with the back of it as well. I think I will at least seal it with some Mod Podge so that it lasts longer. But on the front, I decided I'd go ahead. Sorry, I got a glare here. I'm trying to do this quickly and on my phone, so I don't know how this is going to work, but hopefully it won't be as bad as I think. I did go ahead and Mod Podge a napkin on here that was from the Dollar Tree, and I put it over this file folder, and of course the color kind of came through the thin napkin, and so I really love the result of that, and I Mod Podged over it then, and I used my Liquitex, my matte gel medium for the first time doing that, and I really like it. Okay, so this is a napkin that I decoupaged on here, covered it with Mod Podge, and the title of this journal is Just Because. And let me go from here and just tell you that I decided to use this journal to mostly write in, and if there are really neat little things that I want to put in here, like the verse I wrote for my son's birthday card is going to go in here. There's a couple little pictures that I printed off from my grandson's first year kindergarten that are going to go in here, or are already in here, and things like that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to try to actually write in it and put my thoughts in there, even if they are crazy and disjointed and OCD, ADD, whatever. I'm going to put them in there anyway. So that's what this is going to be, and so I just put a title just because I wanted to. So that's how that goes. The spine, now I did, like I said, stick to as much of the Dollar Tree stuff as I possibly could have. This little sticker that I put down the spine is from the Dollar Tree. I used a ton ton of these stickers from the Dollar Tree for this project, a ton of them. And if you, these are the stickers that they have popped up on the, they have them popped up on that little double, or that little foam stuff popped up on that sticky foam. And if you're very careful, you can peel them off, and then you have a sticker on the bottom, and then you have your, you know, your little thin card on the top. And so I used a ton of those. And then I already told you about the file folder, so we'll get into that a little bit more. These little beads on the bottom, the little letter beads, they were at my Dollar Tree, and I wish now that I would have gotten more of them. I put my initials down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I put my initials down there on the bottom. This little bead was one of mine, so I don't know if that disqualifies me. If it does, that's okay. I don't mind. I had a lot of fun doing this. Also, I put a little tassel coming down out of the spine of the book, and I used twine from the Dollar Tree, and these little letter beads again. This is short for one of my favorite verses in the Bible, which is, "With God all things are possible." So I used the little letter beads to kind of use initials, and then I just put a butterfly that I had here, and a couple little charms that are hanging off of it, and the one little charm says joy. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that little charm right there says joy. Okay, so that's pretty much the outside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I used some ribbon for my closure. I seriously cannot remember if I got this ribbon at the Dollar Tree. I'm thinking that I did. I get 3/4 of the things that I used at the Dollar Tree. So, you know, so I didn't have to, you know, do too much going to use, you know, Dollar Tree items to make this. Okay, so the little book was called Box Trolls, and it was kind of had this these sheets, these papers with all these little images, and it was all through the book. It was at the beginning of each chapter, and so I used those to, I need to fix that. I already see one thing that's not perfect, or I mean, not that this book is perfect, but things like that drive me crazy when that's not down like it should be and right there. So I have to fix that. I'll fix that later. But anyway, like I said, it's far from perfect in there. So anyway, so I used this paper all through, and I know I told you before in the earlier one, or one of the earlier videos, that I went through and tea-dyed a bunch of, well, all of my papers, and I used composition notebook. I used these little kids like notepads, and the little kids art construction paper, and the activity papers, and I used composition notebook from the Dollar Tree to you know, for most of my paper, well, all of my papers. So anyway, this first was of course in the book, and it said prologue, so I just made a little flip up right there that I can write, or, you know, journal under here, and that's one of my stickers. And so well, I left quite a bit of this book undone, the pages kind of without anything in them, because I want to actually try to write in it. I want actually to try to, you know, put my thoughts and feelings and things like that down into this book. And so I left a lot of it empty so that I could do that kind of thing. This is one of the book pages, and I figured I could write on there. Also, I might want to draw or doodle, or, you know, and I put a little bit of lace across there. I don't think this particular little piece of lace was from the Dollar Tree. The other lace I have in here is from the Dollar Tree, but I don't think that one was. So I might doodle or draw pictures or whatever in here. So, you know, like I said, I left a lot of the pages without anything on them. but I put a little bit of lace on this one. I put a tab on that little book page that says a novel, and I really actually tried to find this little book again after I had torn it all apart. I tried to find it again at the Dollar Tree, and they didn't have another one. I'm going to try another Dollar Tree because the little book is so cute that I actually wished I would have read it before, you know, or maybe kept it for my grandkids or something. So I just made a little pocket here out of one of the book pages and a tag. These tags and this striped paper, they were from the Dollar Tree as well. They were just little note cards that came from the Dollar Tree. So those came in very handy. So I just made a little tag. This raffia here that's on this tag, came in a pack of 3 different colors like this in their floral section, and I thought that came in pretty handy as well. So I just made up a little pocket there for that tag. And then I used some doilies that were from the Dollar Tree too. And I coffee dyed all my papers, and so they're all, you know, grungy and crinkly, and I love that. This piece right here was from the file folder, and I cut it up, and it came out with this little funny, you know, top, the way the top is there. And so I thought, oh, that looks like kind of like a tab. So I ended up cutting that up and you know, making it into a tag. And you can, you know, all of these things, like I said, there's another place I have to fix. All of these things, like I said, I left a lot of it so I can write on it and everything like that. This little paper decoration here, this is one of the pieces of construction paper that I made a pocket out of. One of the stickers of the, you know, butterflies. That paper is a little notebook type thing that has a magnet on the back. It's from the Dollar Tree. Here's the rest of part of it where I had an old grocery list written on it. So that was from the Dollar Tree as well. And this is just another, it says love, live. So then here's another pocket that I just made out of one of the book pages, and in this one I made a tag that opens, that opens up like a little book itself. And in here I'm gonna, you know, do some journaling, or like I said, drawing or whatever, and I put some of that raffia on that, and I just tuck that down in that pocket. Okay, and then this one, as I said, I had already put a couple things in here. I have a picture of my grandson here in kindergarten, and I just copied him off on my copier, and this just folds up, and I just tucked those in there for now. I just kind of wanted to see about how thick the book was getting and how I could fill it, you know, if it was going to be able to close and that type of thing. Since I've never made one before, I didn't know any of that stuff. So okay, this is an envelope, just a white envelope. If you hear my cats in the background, I do apologize. They're deciding that they want to argue with each other right now. This is just a white envelope. It's just a regular little envelope, but they're from the Dollar Tree. You buy them in a little box. But I covered that with a napkin. That's from the Dollar Tree as well. And then I just made another little tag out of the file folder. And then this tag I just made out of the plain white part of the book in the front, and some of the insides of it. And this ribbon that I have on the top of this tag, it came from, I got 3 little gift bags. You get 3 little gift bags that are hanging at the Dollar Tree, and they look like this. And so I cut these all apart and made things out of them, and you know, just demolished them, as you can see. And they had these little ribbons in the top, so I used those for the tops of my tags, and I thought they looked really good with this. So anyway, yeah, so there's that page. This is one of the stickers that was on one of the sets of, or one of the packages of stickers that I used. Okay, I made a belly band out of some of that card. This is the center of the first signature. I made a belly band out of that note, one of those little thank you cards. I think they were thank you cards or whatever, I'm not real sure. And inside here, it has the name of the book, The Box Trolls, and then it just opens up. And what I made out of this was I put a little notepad in there. This paper is from a tablet also that they have at the Dollar Tree. And I just put, you know, note paper in there so that I can, down the road, hopefully, I will have time to write some things in there. So that's that one. And then there's another blank, you know, spots that I can journal in or draw on or cut magazine pictures out if they're interesting or whatever to me. This one's just a little fold out. Oh, there's some lace here, and I think that was another piece of lace that might not have been from the Dollar Tree. This just is a little flip up from the book. It had this little crazy guy on it, and I like that. A flip up, and then I made another little notebook here. This little tiny thin washi was from the Dollar Tree, and you got, like, I think there's just five little tiny rolls of it. And I'm telling you, it is the thinnest washi tape that I think I've ever worked with. But it works okay. You have to kind of glue it, you know how you do with washi tape if you really want it to stay. So then I made a tuck underneath here as well, and there's a little tag that I made, another little tag with a pocket on it that I can write on the back if I want to. And then it holds another little tag on the inside as well. So let me get that back in there. It's kind of hard to do this. Okay, and then, yeah, that's just made out of that part of that gift bag that I got from the Dollar Tree. Okay, that just goes underneath there like so, however. Okay, then this page, let's see, I used a doily in one of my stickers, and I made the doilies like a tuck spot here, a kind of a double tuck spot, because here's a book page that I also made into a pocket, and this is just a packaging from the Dollar Tree. I forget what was packaged in that, but I salvaged that little piece of card and covered it on the back with some of the this, I believe, the notes things, and made it pink on the back, and so that just tucks in there. This is another, like I said, another pocket on the outside. I made another tag, just used the plain book paper that was in the front of the book, and made a tag here. Used a little bit, this lace, their trim is from the Dollar Tree, and I made a little tag with some staples, stapled it together there. Okay, so that's that. And then, okay, that one's plain. This one I put a little butterfly on, and let's see, this one, oops, folds out. So it folds out, and there's a little tab there, and it folds out one more time. Oops, got something hanging on it. Folds out one more time, and there's a little tablet in there as well. And underneath here, there's a cute little girl that, that was in the book. I'm going to try to get that book again because it just looks so cute. Okay, so there's that page. And then here's the other half of the doily, and I basically didn't do much with that. I just put, I don't know well enough what I can do with just these little doilies, but they look cool in here. So I just put a sticker on this one. This page, I made another pocket, and I made a, I thought that I had some of the parchment paper on a roll from the Dollar Tree, but I didn't have parchment paper, but I did have some of the wax paper from the Dollar Tree. So I made a little bag, a little wax paper bag, and in here I have some of the other, some of the components, some of the stickers and things that I didn't use. So I just tucked those in that little bag for now, you know, in case I want to add some more later sometime or whatever. But there were some of the little cardboard pieces. I was going to try to show you one that I peeled off. There's one right there that I peeled off of the actual package of stickers, and you know, and yeah, used on here. So okay, there's another sticker, elephant. I like that one. Okay, another page. This it's just the kind of the title of the book, and I just sort of made a page out of that flap, and then I just put a little tiny bit of lace on there. There's a butterfly I put up in the corner of that page. Just extended it out, extended the I forget what are these called, steno notebooks, I think, steno pad. Sorry. And I just extended it out with the book page and kind of ripped it. I like the effect of it being like ripped and torn and really grunged up. And so here's the other elephant. This might be the cardboard piece of it, and the other one was the sticker. And then there's a butterfly. I used that doily as kind of like a flap. Okay, this is a envelope. I forget what they're called. They're in a box. I don't know what the name of them is or what they, but that's what they look like, and they do have them at the Dollar Tree. That's where I got these. The napkin is also from the Dollar Tree. I just decoupaged or Mod Podged Liquitex, I think. What do you call that? Gel medium. This napkin on here. And that's the one side of the envelope, and then I made another tag to go down inside there out of the gift bag. So put that back in there and put the ribbon from the gift bag on top of that tag. Okay, this is just a little flip up, and this is the first time you'll see this paper. This paper, oh man, was a godsend. It was on a roll, and it's like wrapping paper, and it was at the Dollar Tree. And it's got like a craft colored background, and then these hot pink discs and polka dots, and I loved it. And I thought, oh, I gotta get that so that I can, you know, use it in this. So this just flips up, you know, for journaling. And then I made a little waterfall thing. I don't know if I made it like it's supposed to be made, or if I did it correctly or not, but that's all right. I made it my way. And I used some of the washi across the top, and this is just that little paper, that little tablet I showed you, and it just flips up, you know, that I can write in it, write on it. And this paper is very thin, so it I put washi around the outside edge. If you use that washi with a little tiny, just a little tad of glue, it really holds very well. So that's a little waterfall that I made on that page. Here's another, I tore the book page out and made a pocket and another tag with the little notes, thank you notes or whatever they were, blank notes. That from the from the Dollar Tree. Now I can't talk. Okay, and there's another ribbon on that one. Oh, this gray paper underneath here is the construction, and the pink is construction paper from that one tablet. Okay, and then this belly band, is not a lace from the Dollar Tree. That's one piece that I did not use from the Dollar Tree. But I wanted to make a lace belly band in this book because I just thought it really went well for this particular journal. And so this is that notepad that has a little magnet on the back, and you can put it on your refrigerator. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at mine on my refrigerator right now, and I stole a piece of the back of it, back page of it, to make this tag. And so yeah, that's from the Dollar Tree as well. This I just made another little fold out with some of the book page and another little tablet on the inside. As I said, I'm going to really attempt to actually write in this and keep it for a long time. I tried to make it so that it would hold up, and I think with a little bit of care it will hold up. Nobody's going to be using it but me, so I'm going to, try to be careful with it. I need to get that washi put down, but then I just made a little tab for that with the rest of the belly band, and put it down with the washi tape and some glue on this side. Here's another little bag that I made with the wax paper, and I made a couple like little ticket type things. They look like this is like a little long ticket, and this is a little ticket shape as well that I put into that little double pocket. There's that one. And then this is the envelope, one of the envelopes. You can see half of it here, and it flips up. I cut it like that so it would flip up. I've seen this done other places, but actually I think Nana's Place had this on hers too, and showed you kind of how to do this as well. And I'll put a link to her channel below here. And I just made a tag out of a little piece of packaging, also from the Dollar Tree, that slips in that side of the envelope, and just closes it down. And then I put a pocket on the other side, and then I made a tag with some of that paper, that wrapping paper. And I got a whole roll of that, almost a whole roll of that left, and I'm so excited because it really makes cool things. So okay, and then on this page, this is another a piece of the construction paper that I went with, and I cut some discs out of that wrapping paper, and then just made a little tag by folding up some construction paper, and I stapled a piece of the trim on the top of it, and then made a little tuck spot, corner tuck spot for that there. Okay, another piece of that wrapping paper that I cut out. I did use a punch. I guess I don't know if we were allowed to use a punch or not, but I did use a punch. Okay, and this is the middle of the second signature, and I don't know if I'm going to do anything with the strings or not. Right now they're just in there. This is a thing that I already tucked in here too, was something that I had found online when my children remember their childhood, but I was trying, like I said, to see if things would fit in there. So this is just a top tuck that I wanted to tuck that in there, and I wanted to make sure everything fit, so I already put that in there. And then here's the little piece of that notebook still, or some more of that notebook that I put on this page. Here's the other half of the envelope. So the other half of the envelope, and it flips up like that as well. There's another little tag in there that I made, and it's got lines. I even put lines on the back of that one so I could write on it if I so desired, or whatever. So that goes in there. The envelope I decorated with some more of that little notebook. It's like a grocery list paper that you know, put your grocery list on, that you can write out. I do find it rather handy. I'm going to have to fix that. I find it handy to have it on the refrigerator so that when I'm running out of something, I can write it down before it completely goes out of my mind and I don't ever think of it again until I get home from the grocery store and I don't have any still. Okay, so here's another tag that I made. Put a little tab on it. Made it out of the gift bag, and that's the other end of the other side of the envelope. So that's the envelope. Here's a little sticker I put up in this corner. And these are just some of the book pages that I had left over that were tea dyed. There's a bunch of the book pages left, and I'll use those, but I just kind of tucked those in this little side tuck. Again, basically just to see if it would fit, but I made a little side tuck right there. I'll put those back in later. Then there's another piece of the lace trim. Some work of the construction paper with a pretty butterfly sticker on the bottom there. This tag, I wanted a spot for this tag. This tag meant a lot to me. It was sent to me in some winnings from Ina, and it has a nice little note on the back of it, and I just want to keep it included in my journal, so that's not, you know, part of the Dollar Tree stuff, but I put it in there anyway already. Another just little flip up page that I put a tab on so you could flip it up and write a journal underneath it. Here's the other side of the envelope, and I took my circle punch and punched a bunch of well, not these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 came from the gift bags. They were the little tag that was attached to the gift bags, and they came like that from Dollar Tree, so I used those and a couple more to decorate the back of this envelope, front of it, whatever. This also, this is a zine that is one of the things that I wanted to include in my journal here, and it's a zine that was made. I had my grandson over with me for a day. I like to try to take them one at a time sometimes and just bring them over and, you know, just hang out and do things with them. And so I made this little zine out of some painty paper, some drop paper. He was painting a little treasure chest, a little wooden treasure chest that we had gotten him to bring over to my house to paint, and so I made this little zine. Now I've glued it all together, all the components of it together like you can do if you want to, because I wanted to make pockets in the top of it and tuck some things down in there from him. But anyway, so that goes in my envelope here. And so that's that page, and then another blank one that I can either write on or doodle on or draw on or whatever. And then this says epilogue. I had the prologue in the front, and this says epilogue, and you just open it. You can open it this way as well. It has kind of a goofy little guy down there too. I don't know who the characters are because I don't know the book or the story, and I didn't read it ahead of time, which I wish I would have. And then it also opens this way. You can open it out like that, flap it in, and then it opens this way as well. And it's got another little tablet in there for me to write on. And then just the inside of the back, and that's all there is. So I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I know I had a complete and utter blast making it. And for the first one that I've ever done, I think it came out pretty good. I really am tickled with it, how it turned out, and like I said, remains to be seen, but I really want to try to actually write in it and use it, you know, for a journal. So alrighty, that's about it, and I will go ahead and link up the channel to down below of I'm a Cool Mom, who is hosting this $15 Dollar Tree junk journal challenge, and I will put hers and a link to Nana's Place also, so you can see some of her ideas about how she was putting her book together. And I appreciate all my new subbies. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you do like my content, please like, because it does help in the long run. And then I will be hosting my own a challenge here before too long. I believe I'm very close to 500 subscribers, so and I did promise that when I hit 500 I was going to go ahead and do a little challenge, so that should be coming up. I will try to get to that just as soon as I possibly can. I said I would wait until after 500, so that's what I'm going to do. So thank you so much again for subscribing and sticking with me, and love you lots, and God bless you. Bye-bye.